Well, hey, hello. Welcome back to Soul Search Sunday with Johnny Tiger. Quite a different kind of background music, huh? Today is Sunday, October 11, 2020. I'm feeling pretty good right now. I just came home from being out with a couple of good friends, and we went out for dinner and some beer, and it was a very enjoyable evening. Tomorrow will be Canadian Thanksgiving, so to all my Canadian fellows, Canadian friends, happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully, you guys will all have someone to celebrate with. And in this crazy, crazy, crazy year, every little bit of good we have in our life give us a reason to be thankful for. And since it's Thanksgiving, I'm going to take this chance to dish out some gratitude of myself and hand out some well-deserved thanks. First, I would like to thank my beautiful, fantastic girlfriend. Uh, I think, being able to put up with me for 2 years is quite an accomplishment, and I'm very thankful to have you in my life. And uh, we got a long way to go, a lot more adventures, but what we have done so far have been pretty great. And even though the bloody pandemic's keeping us physically apart, thanks to modern technology, we are still able to spend time together every day. So I'm thankful toward modern technology. Bell for inventing the telephone and whoever invented a cell phone. I guess since I'm using an iPhone, I'm going to be thankful to those people over at Apple's, all that stuff. So yeah, thankful for modern technology. We really are living in a great time. If this pandemic was to take place 30, 40 years ago, more and more people would have died, and we wouldn't be able to bear up under the isolation quite nearly as good as we can today. So while we are feeling negative about the pandemic, we must feel thankful that it didn't happen back in the Stone Age or something like that. Next, I want to, of course, extend a thanks to my parents because, of course, without them, I wouldn't be here. Without my parents putting me into martial art at a young age, I wouldn't have accomplished and enjoyed so much. Without them giving me the kind of life that they did, I probably wouldn't be the same person today. Now, don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of things I'm really mad at them about, but I think I'll give credit where credit's due. I turn out to be a pretty decent person myself, so I think I got to thank them for putting me in this world, so I have a chance to be a decent human being and be productive. I want to extend a thank to some of my best friends. Darren, I know you eventually will be watching this. I better mention you. Darren, who's both a really, really good friend, and uh, well, I guess he's kind of like my boss or co-worker. We have a very complicated relationship. Uh, he's one of the guys that's in charge of the Johnny Tiger documentary and a lot of the Johnny Tiger related stuff. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for both Darren and Ian coming into my life. In the beginning, I was thinking this was just going to be a one-off kind of thing. We're going to make a documentary together and we will go separate way and probably never see each other or speak to each other again. I have had a lot of those producers, directors, filmmakers coming into my life just to make a project, and then that's it. Goodbye. See you again. It was nice working together. But Darren and Ian have proven themselves to be wonderful, wonderful people, wonderful friends. Darren and I, we are getting together quite regularly for lunch, and he is the one who paid for lunch almost every time, despite my protest. Um, just a very, very good friend, and him and his family been there every step of the way, helping Tiger regaining his health. So I'm so thankful for you as a friend, Darren. Really, it's mushy stuff. You'll never hear from me in person, but yeah, really, really thankful. Really grateful, really appreciate it. Everything you and Elena and everyone's done. I'm very thankful for that Tiger. He is still here with us and seemingly regaining his health. 16 years, he's pretty much like my child, and I was totally falling apart when he got really, really sick. Um, so yeah, I'm very thankful that he is going to be with us for a little bit longer. And to that end, I'm very thankful, grateful toward Corinne from Richmond Martial Art. Actually, I'm thankful for everybody at Richmond Martial Art. Uh, my God, I train with some of the best guys. Not they might not be the best martial artist or the best athlete or the best business people, but they are the best people. That like I can't ask for a better group of people in my life. That pretty much like a second family. And Corinne has stepped up to the plate and was there is there giving Tiger his medication regularly, risking her safety dealing with this very cranky kitty cat. Corinne, you are an angel, and everybody at Richmond Martial Art, Johnny Ahmed, Alan, Chris, James, Tim, everybody, thanks so much. I'm so thankful having you guys in my life. Thanks also go out to my good friend Kevin, who always managed to bring over some produce and odds and end to help me uh, restock my fridge, and always good to uh, talk with. Kevin and I would go back a long, long time. Like he's probably the one friend I have that's been with me the longest. We've experienced a lot together. I mentioned some of those things before, so I'm not going to go over them again. Also, very thankful to have Harvey and Maggie in my life. They were the ones I was out with tonight. We've been friends for over 20 years, and they're like Harvey is almost like a father to me, and Maggie sometimes is like a mom to me. And uh, yeah, again, we've gone through so much more than one video, two video can say. Uh, I'm really grateful, especially when I was having issues getting my benefit support this year because of the pandemic and all the ridiculous bureaucracy. Uh, they were here regularly buying me dinner and never said a word of complaint and never expected me to pay them back or anything. So, really, really great people. Um, I said before, I'll always say this, I am a very charmed person. I have so many wonderful people in my life, no matter which stage of life I'm in, no matter if my life is good or bad or otherwise, I'm always surrounded by really wonderful people. Um, I know I'm going to have a lot of names I haven't mentioned. Oh yeah, Wesley. Wesley, I can't forget to mention Wesley, my right hand man, my buddy, is like my brother, more brother than my real brother. He's always there to help me with transportation if I need to go somewhere, like a doctor's appointment or a post office to pick up parcels. Wesley is there to lend me a hand. He makes life so much easier. Uh, and he's a very, very intelligent, very hardworking young man. That's just wonderful to have him on my team. Like I said, I'm surrounded by some of the best people a person can have. Chinese people has a proverb that says something like, uh, when someone gives you a glass of water when you were thirsty, you must be thankful and remember to repay them with a river. There's another saying that thank you alone is only good for small things. When when someone do you a favor that is so big, you shouldn't say thank you because thank you is not sufficient. A lot of people asked me before, how do you manage your anger? How are you able to be so calm and put up with all the crazy things other people do? And no mistake about it. Every single name I mentioned tonight and the names I have not mentioned, all these great people around me, every single one of you have pissed me off one time or another, sometimes really, really, really badly, just like I know I have pissed you off one time or another and probably really, really badly. So a lot of people ask me, so when Kevin did this, how were you able to control yourself and not lose your temper? When Harvey or Maggie did this, how were you able to let it slide? How come you put up with so much? How come you put up with so and so saying whatever to your face? How can you put up with that? And I always tell people one of the biggest best tool I use for anger management is the mindset of thankfulness. The mindset of thankfulness. And this sounds really simple and sounds really cliche, really corny, but I can guarantee you it works. If you really work at it, if you really, really work at hammering that into your head, it works like a charm. It doesn't work 100% of the time. There are still times when I really lose my temper, but I would say for me at least, it worked 95% of the time. And this is how it worked. When Harvey says something to offend me, when Harvey does something to offend me, when I feel that splash of anger coming on, when I feel that irritation, that annoyance, that feeling of being offended, being slighted, I immediately say to myself, don't be angry, be thankful. Be thankful that he is still healthy enough to piss you off. Be thankful that he is still in your life enough to piss you off. Remember the time when him and you went camping. Remember the time when you went hiking. Remember the times that he bought you dinner without complaint when you were broke. Just be thankful that he is still here. Then there's a lot of time when my friend Maggie, like Maggie is one of those people that just kind of hard to get along with sometimes. And there's a lot of time when she really, really did something offensive. And people ask me, how can you put up with that from that woman? And I said, because I always remember the guitar that I play on stage, the guitar that in many ways made me famous or made me popular, that came from Maggie. I remember that she just walked into that store and bought that guitar for me without a second word. And she didn't even know if I was going to be able to pay her back or not. But she walked into that store and bought that guitar because she decided that I deserved to have a good guitar. I always remember that. But sometimes when people ask me, how come you can put up with Kevin doing this and Kevin doing that? Kevin is another person. Him and I have been friends for so long that sometimes he really forget there should be a boundary between human beings, and sometimes he cross the bound and say some really awful things. And some people say, how can you forgive him? How can you put up with that? And I said, because I am always thankful that he is here, and I always remember to be thankful that the one time I was down and out, I was so down and out that I needed to borrow $20 from someone, and the entire world, no one would give me that $20, but Kevin. He not only gave me $20, he gave me $40, and he drove that over to my place to give that money to me. It was 20 years ago that he did that, and I will never forget it. So that mindset of reminding yourself first, be thankful that this person is here to piss you off. Second, be thankful that this person is still in your life. Be thankful they still want to have something to do with you. And third, remember some nice things they've done for you in the past. A glass of water, you need to repay them with an entire river. And if you can't repay them with an entire river, the least you can do is repay them with some forgiveness. Thank you for checking out today's Soul Search Sunday. We'll be back again tomorrow for Music Monday. For now, happy Thanksgiving to every Canadian out there, and have a good night.